Hello everyone, welcome to the video solution for Edexcel Mathematics. This is IAL Maths C12 January 2019. So let's start. Question number 1. A line L passes through the points A 5 minus 2 and B 1 10. Find the equation of the line L, writing your answer in the form of y equal to mx plus c, where m and c are constant. So you need to find the equation of a line if 2 points are given. So you have two different approaches to solve this question. Number one is you can use y equal mx plus c, or the better choice is, because the points are given, so you can use y minus y1 is equal to m times of x minus x1. So you need gradient of the line and 1 point x1 and y1 on the line. So the gradient you can find m is equal to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So m will be 10 plus 2 y2 minus y1, 10 plus 2 divided by x2 minus x1, so 1 minus 5. So the gradient will be 10 plus 2 is 12 and 1 minus 5 is minus 4, that is minus 3. This is your gradient, and then you can find the equation of the line using y minus y1. I'm talking about this approach. So y minus y1, and you can choose any one point, either A or maybe B as x1 and y1, any one of the points. So I am choosing point A. So y minus y1, which is y plus 2, is equal to m minus 3 x minus x1 x minus 5. Once you simplify, so y plus 2 is equal to minus 3x and plus 15, and then if you rearrange as y equal to minus 2 plus 2 on the other side, so y is equal to minus 3x and plus 15 minus 2 is plus 13. So this is the equation of the line that they are asking. The second choice, other than this option, you have another approach. If the 2 points are given, then you don't need to find the gradient. You can use a direct relation, which is x minus x1 upon x2 minus x1 is equal to y minus y1 over y2 minus y1, and this x1 and y1, x2 and y2 are those points. So you substitute these 2 points, x1 y1 and x2 y2 only, and you have equation in the form of y and x as before. So you will have the same answer. Question number 2. Given y is equal to 2 to the power x, express each of the following in terms of y. Write each expression in its simplest form. So 2 to the power 2x. So you can write 2 to the power 2x as 2 to the power x whole square, because you know the power to the power is always multiply. So you can write 2 to the power 2x as 2 to the power x to whole to the power 2. And 2 to the power x, this is y. So you can say that this is y square. And then 2 to the power x plus 3, you can write this as 2 to the power x into 2 to the power 3. And then this is your y and this is 8. So you can say that this is your 8y. 1 upon 4 to the power x. So you can again you can say that 4 to the power 2x minus 4 minus 3. You can write 4 to the power 2x into 4 to the power minus 3. Moreover, 1 upon 4 to the power 2x. You can write this 4, only this 4. You can write 2 to the power 2. This is your 4. And whole power 2x. And then 4 power minus 3 goes up, becomes 4 to the power 3. So you can say that this is 4 to the power 3. And then 4 to the power 3 is 64. And then you can rearrange this denominator as 2 to the power x whole power 2 times 2, which is 4. Clearly 2 to the power x is y. So finally you have 64 over y to the power 4. Question number 3. A curve has equation y equal to root 2x square minus 6 root x plus 4 root 2, where x is positive. Find the gradient of the curve at the point P2 to root 2. Write your answer in the form of a root 2, where a is constant. Solution based entirely on graphical or numerical methods are not acceptable. If you need to find the gradient of the curve, that means gradient of the curve is basically dy by dx. That means you just need to differentiate the equation to find the gradient of the curve. So if you differentiate this as it will give you dy by dx is equal to a derivative of x square is 2x. So you can write 2 root 2x and minus 6 and root x. The derivative of root x is half of x to the power minus half. This is the derivative of root x plus derivative of 4 root 2 is 0. Now if you simplify this equation, it will give you 2 root 2x and this 2 6 cancel, then minus 3 by root x. So this is dy by dx and this is gradient of the curve at any point x and y, and they are asking you to find a gradient at a specific point p2 and to root 2. That means you need to substitute the value of x. That means this x and this x is replaced by its value, which is 2. As per given point, you need to find the gradient at point 2 to root 2. So you just substitute the value, then you say that at p2 comma 2 root 2, or generally x equal to 2, you just substitute this x equal to 2 here. So dy by dx is equal to 2 root 2 into 2 minus 3 divided by root 2. So you have a form like 4 root 2 minus 3 upon root 2, and don't do the mistake, don't do to use your calculator, because they are asking you to simplify in the form of a root 2. So don't give answer in decimal or using your calculator, so you will have to take LCM. And if you take LCM, so LCM is root 2 and root 2 multiplied with this, so 4 times of 2 minus 3, and then 4 times 8 minus 3 is 5 upon root 2, and then you rationalize it again, so you multiplied it by root 2, you are rationalizing now, so your final answer is 5 root 2 divided by 2. This is the form that you can write a is equal to 5 by 2 if they ask you to find. Question number 4. A sequence is defined by u1 equal to k, where k is a constant. Un plus 1 is equal to 4un minus 3, n is equal to 1 or more. Find u2 and u3 in terms of k, simplifying your answer as appropriate. So you need to find okay, fine. So this is the question, that you need to find u2 and u3 in terms of k. Clearly this is the equation. Now if you need to find u2, that means you need to substitute n is equal to 1, because un plus 1, if you put n equal to 1, then it becomes u2. So if you say that for n is equal to 1, so you have the form u1 plus 1 is equal to 4 times of u1 minus 3. That means u2 is equal to 4 times of k, because u1 is given as k, minus 3. So this is your u2. Similarly, for n equal to 2, because if you put n equal to 2 here, so 2 plus 1 is 3. That's what you need to find u3. So for n equal to 2, you put n equal to 2 in the given condition. So u2 plus 1 equals 4 times of un, and un means u2 minus 3, and u2 we have already found in previous part. So you substitute the value and you say that u3 is equal to 4 times of u2, and u2 is 4k minus 3 and then minus 3. And if you simplify this, you will give the answer as 16k and minus 12 minus 3. So u3 is 16k minus 15. This is your u3 value. So u2 and u3. Part B is okay, given that sum of n equal to 1 to 3 of un is equal to 18, find value of k. A straightforward question. You know that summation of n equal to 1 to 3 of un can be written as u1 plus u2 plus u3, and that is summation of un 1 2 3 is given as 18, and u1 is k, plus u2 is 4k minus 3, plus u3 is 16k minus 15. Now you have equation only in terms of k. You can just add and subtract. You can find the value of k, and then once you simplify this for k or solve this equation for k, so k will be equal to 12 upon 7. Question number 5. Use the binomial theorem to find the first 4 terms in ascending power of x of the expansion 1 minus x by 2 to the power 8. Give each term in its simplest form. Okay, so if you see this expansion, this is in the form of 1 minus x whole power n. And if you recall the expansion, or if you look at the formula, if it is given in your formula sheet, it is 1 minus nx plus n minus 1 x square. Once you have a square, you have 2 factorial, and then minus n minus 1, n minus 2 into, okay, if I write x cube, here, x cube divided by 3 factorial, and so on. So this is a general approach. So you have 1 minus nx plus nn minus 1 and minus, so because of this minus you have alternate sign, positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative. And if you see that you have a 4 terms, 1 nx and x squared and x cube. So till x cube you have a 4 terms. So you need to expand your given binomial till x cube, which is the 4 terms, and then you need to simplify it. So clearly if you see this equation, so you can expand this as if you do that, you can write as 1 minus 8, which is n, and then x is your x by 2, so you can say that 1 minus x by 2, and then plus n minus 1 into x square, which is x square by 4 divided by 2 factorial, plus n minus 1, n minus 2 into x cube upon 8 divided by 3 factorial. These are the 4 terms of the expansion, and you just need to simplify, and you say that 2 and 8 gone, and then clearly this 4 gone with this 2, 8, and then 2, and this 8 will clear this 8, and of course this 2 factorial is 2, it will remain there, and 3 factorial is, 3 factorial is 6, so this 6 will cancel this 6. Finally, if you simplify this question, you have answer as 1 minus 4x and then plus this 2 will also go on with this 2, so you have 1 minus 4x plus 7 x square, and then this 6, so 7 by 1 minus plus, and this sign will be minus, so alternate sign, minus 7x cube. So these are the 4 terms that you have. So 1 minus 4x plus 7x square minus 7x cube. So remember, because of this negative sign, you must have alternate sign. So plus, minus, plus. I mistakenly wrote plus. It should be minus here. So 1 minus 7x cube. Part B. Use the answer to part A to find an approximate value of 0.9 to the power 8. Write your answer in the form of A by B, where A and B are integers. Okay, so first of all, if you compare 1 minus x upon 2 to the power 8 till 0.9 to the power 8, so you can say that 1 minus x upon 2 is 0.9, and after solving this equation you can figure out values of x, and value of x is x by 2 is equal to 1 minus 0.9, which is 0.1, and then x is equal to 0.2. Because we need to give answer in the form of A by B, not in decimal, it's better to write 0.2 as 2 by 10 or 1 by 5. So x is equal to 1 by 5. So the only thing, you need to substitute this value of x equal to 1 upon 5 in your expansion that you found in your part A. So in your part A, you found the expansion as 1 minus 4x plus 7x square minus 7x cube. Just need to substitute the value of 1 upon 5. So 1 minus 4 times of 1 upon 5 and plus 7 times of 1 upon 5 square minus 7 times of 1 upon 5 cube. And you can use calculator in fraction, not in decimal, or you can simplify by taking LCM. So you can write as 1 minus 4 by 5, and then you can say that plus 7 upon 25 minus 7 upon 125. Clearly, if you take LCM, so you have 125 and then minus 5 and 25 is 100, okay, and plus 7 times of 5, because 25 5 is 125, so 7 times of 5 and then minus 7 divided by your LCM is 125. If you simplify this, finally you have answer 53 divided by 125. So your A is 53 and B is 125. Question number 6. Sketch the graph of y is equal to 1 plus cos x between 0 to 2 pi. Show on your sketch the coordinates of the points where your graph meets the coordinate axis. Okay, this is the transformation question in which you transform or you translate or shift your graph according to the condition. So first of all, you need to understand the graph of only y is equal to cos x between 0 to 2 pi. And if you recall the graph, so you will say that your graph of y is equal to cos x between 0 to 2 pi is something like starting from like this. So this is value is 1 and this one is minus 1, and the value of angle here is 0. This is pi by 2, and this angle where you have a minus 1 value, this angle is pi, and this is 3 pi by 2, and this one is 2 pi, a complete cycle. So this is the graph of y equal to cos x. Now what are you doing here? If you see the given condition, 1 plus cos x, so we are adding 1 in the function. That means this one says that the graph is going to shift 1 unit up along the y-axis. The whole graph is going to shift 1 unit up. That means this point is going to shift to 2, and this minus 1 is going to shift towards 1 unit above, and this says this point should come to at 1, and this should go to the again 2. So you can sketch the graph something like, you can say that it's or you can draw like something like this. Okay, and then you can mark here is 2, and then you can say that this is 0 2, and this is pi 0, because this angle is pi, and because this you shift this point as 1 unit above, so from -1 to go to the origin, so pi 0. That's it. If you need to mention the coordinate axis. Okay, fine. So these 2 points are sufficient, 0, 2 and pi 0. This is y is equal to 1 plus cos x between 0 to 2 pi. Part B, use the trapezium rule with 6 strips of equal width to find an approximate value of 0 to 2 pi 1 plus cos x. It is a trapezium rule, and for trapezium rule, you know that you have a formula for, something like area is half of h. H is width of the strips, and y a plus y b plus twice of y1 plus y2 plus y3 plus and so on. That's how you figure out the area, or estimating the area using trapezium rule. And what are these ya, yb and y1, y2, etc.? So what do we do is, first of all, we need to see what interval that we need to take, because we need to plot the sketch, or don't need to plot the sketch, we need just values. So you can now let's see, this is the something that, okay, so this is your values of x, and this is your y is 1 plus x. So you will start from your value from 0. So this is you need strips for, so let's suppose, okay, so this is called strip 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. Okay, so we are going to take starting from 0, and we need to find the interval of the strips, or width of the strip, and width of the strip is h. And how do we find h? H is b minus a divided by number of strips, and number of strip here is 6, and b and a are upper and the lower limit. So you can say that 2 pi minus 0, upper limit minus lower limit, divided by number of strips 6. So h is pi by 3. So this is width of the strips, or interval of the each strip. So first interval is from 0 to pi by 3, and the next interval is from pi by 3 till again plus pi by 3. So if you do that, so pi by 3 plus pi by 3, so it is 2 pi by 3, and then 2 pi by 3 plus pi by 3. So 2 pi by 3, if you, I'm just doing one thing, 2 pi by 3 plus again pi by 3, clearly you can see that this answer is just pi. So this is your pi, and then pi plus pi by 3 is 4 pi by 3, and then 4 pi by 3 plus pi by 3 is 5 pi by 3, and then 5 pi by 3 plus pi by 3 is your 2 pi. Now, so if you see that you have a 1 strip, and then 2, and then 3, 4, 5, and then 6 strip, you don't need this column. So what do? You need to substitute these values one by one in the equation in place of x, like here, and then you need to find value of y. So suppose if you put x equal to 0, so cos 0 is 1, so 1 plus 1 is 2, that means y is 2. And if you put a cos pi by 3, that means it's a 0.5, and 0.5 plus 1 is 1.5. And then if you put in place of x, if you put 2 pi by 3, then after simplifying you would have answer of 0.5. And then if you put x equal to pi, then cos pi is minus 1, so cos pi is minus 1, minus 1 plus 1, which is 0. And then if you do the same thing for rest of the three value, then you can have answer of 0.5, and then 1.5, and then again 2. So now you can see that at lower limit, this is your value of ya, and this is at upper limit, this is your value of yb, and rest of the intermediate values are called your y1 and y2's values. So this is your y1, y2, y3, y4, and then y5. So now you can substitute all the values in your area formula. So you can say that A is equal to half of h, and h is pi by 3 bracket ya plus yb, so 2 plus 2, plus twice of rest of the y1 and y2 values. So you can say that you have a 1.5 plus 0.5 plus 0 plus 0.5 plus 1.5, bracket close. And now if you simplify this whole situation, or all the numbers after simplifying, so you will get area A is equal to 2 pi. This is the estimated area of the curve between 0 to 2 pi. Thank you very much for this video. See you next time. Have a nice day.